Hey everybody, Shawn Andrich here from Gamers with Jobs, and welcome to Chapter 16 of the Unmarked. After a relatively successful bank heist, the crew has found the source, the root of this ultimate evil, and it was the town charter? So here we go, off into Chapter 16 of the Unmarked. Enjoy.
So I open it up and I look at it and I start reading. Be it enacted by the General Assembly of the State, Kansas, that the town of Coffeyville in the county of, oh my God, what have you given me? Let's go. All right, let's go. Let's get back. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
I'll take a look at this thing.
Okay. So you get back. We're going to and you're going to check out the charter with a little bit more time on your hands.
Right.
The charter is dated March 1873. It's papers of incorporation, actually.
Okay.
Which is weird because you all learned in school that Coffeyville was founded in 1872.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can Google this right now if you guys like. So this is all based on real history.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you're trying to figure out what is going on with this. It seems to be a normal. I don't. How many pages would this be? I'm not really an expert in
Four.
Corporation papers from the late 19th century for 200, please.
Oh, okay. So the charter was voided illegal. So hang on. City Coffeyville. Coffeyville was incorporated in March of 1872, but the corporation was found to be illegal, and it was again incorporated in 1873.
Well, that's suspicious.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't leave a plot hook like that on Wikipedia for me to find.
What kind of stupid people are you, time travelers?
Okay, so this is the. If this one's from 1870, which one is it? The one we have, 1872 or 73? All right. So does that mean, there's another one? Or
yeah, but this is the bad one. Something in this is part of what's wrong.
Which one? Okay, which one are we hanging on to? Is this the 72 or is this the 73?
The 73.
You only have the 73. You don't know anything about. You have the official newer town charter, which was stored at the bank.
Mm-hmm.
And when did we go back in time again?
1892.
So it's after this.
Yeah.
It was already a town when the brothers came. There was already this route had already taken hold.
Showed up.
So there's nothing weird in this, Ethan? Like, it's just the charter?
I mean, it looks like a regular charter to me. I mean, like it's articles of incorporation.
When I look at it, do I still feel anything wrong about it?
Oh, yeah.
What if we just burned it?
Chuck's already pulled out his little propane hand lighter thing.
What's
it's
it-
like one of
who's
those
it
good
signed?
expensive ones.
What if wait before you burn it? What if it binds something? Like what if by burning it you let something go? Let's slow that down.
Who signed this thing?
Give me a name. Who was the person who signed it?
Albrecht Pentwhistle.
Perfect, actually. I love
Wow.
There actually is also a
Did you
guy.
pull a muscle when you pulled that out?
I know, that was pretty good. The town is named after James A. Coffey, who was traveling through the area at that time.
Right, and Albrecht was his lawyer, of course, because it's always the lawyers.
Yeah.
It's interesting that the 1873, they're exactly a year apart. Like they were both signed in March of the year. So there was exactly one full year in between.
So hang on. If we have the 1973, where's the 1970 or the 1872 one?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
But the evil's here. It's not like if it reads normally and it's signed by Mr. Coffey and the evil lawyer Albrecht vent whistle. But if it's the language is the same, what does it matter? Is there something on the paper we can't see?
Because my question is, what's the difference between the two? Is it the word? Like, if we had the 1872 one and compared it, would we see, like, why was that one illegal?
Maybe there's just something we can't see here. Like,
hang on a second.
Do we need a black light, or do we hold it over, like, a candle?
What do your clown eyes see?
It just seems evil.
So I'm following this rabbit hole of a Wikipedia page that Rob's and it sounds like in where is it? When the first election was called in March 1872, citizens of the older Coffeyville realized that their town was in danger of losing its name. Highly indignant, they filed suit in the district court challenging the legislature's act. Were there two Coffeyvilles?
There were, but we're not going to get into it that deeply.
So So I reach over and I grab the paper and I hold it in my good hand. And I'm holding it up and like I'm wincing while I'm saying this. I can't even keep my eyes open, and I say, there's something wrong right here and we're not seeing it and it hurts. And I throw it on the ground and then I sort of sit down. I'm wiping sweat off my head. It's like, it's right here.
Ethan, does this feel like something that could be like activated, like the tarot cards?
I mean, we've all touched it. But
yeah, but you do a thing, right?
I can try.
So here's the thing that you realize. You've written the passageways as written by another magician. You understand now how you could write your own. It's just going to take a lot of energy.
Oh God.
Well,
we can go back and see.
Bring me something to write with.
So you're going to inscribe on the paper the
yes
sigil?
Yes.
Okay.
Which card are you going to draw? And I don't mean choose. I mean, which card are you going to draw out?
It's
like physically you're going to write.
Yeah, you have to pick a tarot card to be.
Here,
should I pick, or like what? Like how's that work? Give me one.
I can't. The devil.
I don't like the way you smiled when you said that.
No, I was actually smiling because I was trying to find the card.
All right.
If I was a little clever, I would have erased every other card and said to ask you to pick a card, and there really wouldn't have been one. I forgot how the dreams work on this, so I was like, All
right, I inscribed that.
Okay, and it kind of comes to life.
It's like automatic writing. He's not even sure what he's drawing.
No, you are horrible at drawing. You have no idea how to draw. You're just like, and you flip over the charter and you just start writing and channeling, and that's what appears. And you look down and you're like, huh.
So I look at everybody. I'm like, are you ready?
Fuck no, says Regina.
But
let's do this anyway.
You wrote this on the back of the charter?
Yeah.
Okay. So I say nope, and I throw my hand flat on the top of it.
Which hand? Good hand, bad hand.
This is your
bad hand. Good hand. The actual hand, not the floppy flesh meat.
Okay. All right. We all we put our hands out on it like a like a Power Rangers
middle
team.
grade.
like a terrible like trying to get to the top of the baseball bat.
Okay. You pull a card there, Ethan, to see how much this hurts. And let me tell you, the answer is going to be from a lot to a very lot.
Mm-hmm. All right, I picked this one. I picked a 10 of cups.
Okay. So that's only about 15 years off your life. Welcome to late middle age.
Oh, you're like 55 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least.
60.
All right. It won't hit you until you get back, but you find yourself in a wooden building. Actually, yeah, it's Coffeyville. It's 1870, whatever the date was. 3.
Two.
Or
no,
3.
Three.
Yeah,
when they read the second one, yeah.
and there are various people dressed in old-timey sort of clothes around a document. There's two people and they're debating it, and surrounding them appears to be, I guess you would call a traveling fair is what you find yourself in the body of. Like, and there's one person, so you recognize sort of a 19th century circus, and you've all slotted into sort of your regular bodies. Mm-hmm. Except for, and so Jacob, you are standing, and you are standing right near the table, and you're looking at the piece of paper that you recognize as the town charter, but written there isn't the writing that you had just seen before. It's a series of notes that you're like trying to process. But meanwhile, the guy who's writing it looks up, he goes, "And what else do you want to say? You stopped mid-sentence."
God.
Mr. Pentwhistle, are you okay?
We need to adjourn for 15 minutes. I'm feeling a little faint.
Well, fine, okay. And you realize he's like a scribe, sort of clerk, barrister. And he takes out his pocket watch. He's like, "I am still on the clock for this time. You called me,
and I am good for it, sir."
Just getting right into it.
All right, so it's just you, but you're in your 19th century circus sort of places. Do you take the papers?
No, I storm out of the room.
Okay, he's there with the papers, so you don't know what's on them.
I don't know what's on them, and I storm out of the room, and I wave my arms as if to get everybody, like my people, to come with me, because we know how this works. I don't recognize everybody, but I know you're all here.
No, it's the same number of people.
Okay, and I storm out of the room, and whatever the nearest door is, because we're in some sort of functionary room.
Yeah, you're in whatever the proto-town hall is.
How many other people are here? So there's us, there's the
scribe.
And you. So the circus would have the scribe write something down. You jumped into the bodies, and he was like, and
I swoop everybody out.
Yeah.
And we slam the door behind us. And I just sit there and I sweat for a minute.
Regina's going to be, "We'll just review these." And she schloops the papers as she walks out.
Okay, good.
Yeah. If not her, then Chuck, yeah.
So you get out to the hall and you can see that it's the same 4 pieces of paper from the charter. But what is written is a very detailed factual account of what the shadows are, how they work.
Oh shit.
And at the top it says advice to future circuses.
No.
It's a Rosetta Stone.
Bad, guys. We're not supposed to do this. This is specifically what we're not supposed to do.
No, this is what we exactly are supposed to do.
No,
this is going to tell us how to defeat it.
This is bad circus protocol. Didn't we get told?
Don't document.
I know, but now we get a chance to see it. We can learn from it.
Well, you start reading it, and the language is different, right? They're not called shadows. It's called bleakness. Right. And it's got some turns of phrase that have fallen out, but it's essentially a list of everything you know how to be a circus that you sort of picked up orally, but it's been codified. Like it talks about the circle and the ritual, and it gives you a much better idea of what you're supposed to do in the ritual. Right. That it's about getting people excited and drawing them up, and it needs to have a grand finale, and it will create positive energy throughout the area. If any of these, what did I just call them? Bleaknesses are in the area, they shall be cast back to their world. It's very practical. It's everything you wish you had had when you got this a couple weeks ago. Written down.
Wait, so Chuck leans forward. So who the fuck is this scribe then?
He's just some dude?
Why would they be telling some just random dude to write this stuff down? It'd sound crazy.
Because they're lawyering up, maybe? They think if they don't write it down, it doesn't count?
Themselves, it doesn't count? Oh, this was...
Also, how did these papers become a town charter?
Because maybe only we can see it.
why was the town charter evil then? Like, this is evil because you're not supposed to write it down.
You're not supposed to write it down. But you know what? I feel like Ethan, and I throw my floppy arm on this back.
Oh, it's not floppy right now.
No,
It's not floppy right now. I take my manly,
I would have cut that off.
my manly, full-formed right arm, and I slap him on the back like I was doing with all those bank tellers who'd had a bad day. I was like, he's paid the price. Let's learn what we need to learn and go home.
Okay. So the guy opens the door of the scribe. He's like, I need to get back to, I don't know, wherever the next, Wichita, by sundown. So if you want me to write this and erase it and put a town charter on top of it, you're going to need to hurry up.
This is a long way for us to realize there's a secret message in the town charter
on the page.
What's that?
What's the last thing written on the last page?
It was almost done. It basically said, I don't know. Do you want a word?
Like, is it feel like an incomplete sentence?
Yeah. You as Mr. What was the name? Pentwhistle. Albert Pentwhistle the clown was narrating or dictating something, and then you just stopped as you, Jacob, inhabited the body.
But can I figure out how to finish the sentence?
Sure. It's not really relevant. It's something you know.
I finished the sentence.
Okay, I have a quick question actually.
Yeah.
Is this charter? It's like these papers, are they already dark?
What do you mean by dark?
Are they already evil?
Yeah, how do they feel?
For you can feel like it's actually no, not yet.
Okay, I grabbed the pen out of the guy's hand.
Yeah.
Right, because he came through the door, and I grabbed the fourth piece of paper, and I put the period at the end of the sentence.
Whoa!
And I sign it. And
God!
I sign it, and I hand it back to him.
Okay, and he's like, now, correct me, this is what you told me. You want me to scrape this vellum and then write over it with the charter like the town had before.
Correct.
Palimpsest. Yes. Scrape it off.
Scrape it off. He's like, why would you do this?
Look, we're paying you. We don't have to explain ourselves.
He's like, you realize that you'll still be able to see some of this underneath it.
I look at him in the eyes and I say, that's how it's always been done.
Okay, you freaked the hell out of him because you're dressed as sort of a 19th century clown. Right.
There's so many problems going on right now.
So he goes back and he's like, just whatever. He doesn't want to deal with it. And you can feel yourself becoming disconnected. And you end up back in present time. Ethan.
How do I feel?
I feel like you aged 15 years in that journey. Your beard is white and long. You have crow's feet and wrinkles where you didn't expect. You're tired. You know that a good night's sleep is probably always behind you now.
Cool.
Regina comes over with some water and stuff, like a bottle of
So
water.
do I see the document in any kind of new light now?
Yeah, if you hold it up to the light and you really look, you can see that the writing is still there, etched into the vellum, it still has its power. It can be read if you probably took various tricks. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to get a palimpsest out of an old document, but there's plenty of scholars who do. So somehow this created, actually the written word makes it real.
Right.
Right. It actually created a permanent home base to this dimension.
And
it just grew
an actual clown just had to put actual pen to it. So whatever they were trying to circumvent by having somebody else write it.
Yeah, it's a stellar move by the clown there, wasn't it?
Sorry, Jacob.
Chuck?
That was kind of a boneheaded go.
Jacob, I swear to God, if you didn't have a floppy arm right now. Chuck, maybe you're right.
It had to be made real. We've learned so much now.
Maybe you're... It doesn't have to be made real. Chuck, maybe you're right. Maybe it's...
Maybe we just...
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I'll roll one up for you right now. It's all good.
No.
It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
Maybe we don't burn that paper. Maybe we burn this paper.
Oh.
I mean, that's got to... we have to decide as a group. We know it's evil. We know we inscribed it. It might do nothing, but I mean, I don't have any other shots.
We know what to do. We know.
You've done enough knowing what to do. You've done enough knowing what to do. Don't make me get the luchadors to hold you back right now. I'm upset with you.
Get off my lawn, old man.
Well, I'm 55 now. I think I'm older than him. I just gave up 15 years of my life for you.
He is now the old man. He is literally the old man.
Okay. So what conclusions are we drawing from this experience?
That this created the evil. That the evil is born of this thing, of the physical scribe that can't, like, it's not the ink, it's the engraving in the page.
Having written it down gives shadows a foothold on this reality, dimension, whatever you want to call it, so that every time it gets banished, it just holds itself back here.
To this.
To this.
Because it makes them real in a way in this world that just talking about it doesn't. The written word has power.
So if we just burn this, then we're done?
So this is what's rooting the shadows here. And I grab Chuck's lighter and I say, and we just need to cut the root. And I light the paper on fire.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
hold on. Did Chet just take some initiative when I wasn't looking? He's like becoming a real ass ringmaster here.
So yeah, you just grab it, you light that up, and it burns with a black, oily smoke. I go back to what I said before, like those little things you used to light, those like firecrackers, the little snakes that sort of burn. Instead of turning into ash and everything else, you actually can see in the fire, in the middle of the fire is like an inky portal to another dimension, almost of madness and shadows. Like, and it's growing, and you're kind of like, uh-oh, like you're not really sure what to do, because if this thing gets bigger, it's going to be a problem. But it gets no bigger than your fist, and then it sort of collapses in on itself, and then a black wave, like a shock force, emanates out from it, knocking all of you back, and the power goes out in your glass factory.
No.
And you can't tell like how far that goes, but you just severed something. Animals outside start howling. Regina, you can feel that they're like really freaked out that this, they sense this shadow sort of ricocheting around and untethered for now. Whatever you've done, you think that you know that you've cut its roots. Whatever is there is now on this world, and if it can be banished, it's not coming back. And whatever has plagued Coffeyville for these years and has only grown in force every year as its roots grew, will finally be lifted or removed. I forget how I started that sentence.
Man, the Humane Society in Coffeyville is going to be real freaked out at this point. Like all the animals keep just spontaneously.
So as the paper is burning and it gets to the bottom of page 4 and it's lighting the part that I signed on fire, do I feel that, or is that gone?
That is gone. I mean, that was the past.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't you. Like that was signed anyway. That was history had been written there.
Okay.
Why did they write it down? Why did they do it?
Maybe
desperation.
Desperation for
better. However, their troop came together. I guess they got incomplete information, or they just didn't believe it.
Maybe we're why people know not to write it down.
Except they voided a town charter to write it down.
Well, because the town charter is what's going to be stored.
Right. Yeah.
And everybody, just like we talk about the ritual, has to be this thing of great energy coming together that can be channeled. Maybe this energy of a whole people deciding to settle in one place is the energy it takes to do something like this.
All right.
Do we have costumes yet?
Yeah, I'm done with costumes. I am costumed out. Like I take off my bow tie and throw it on the floor, my white tux bow tie that's overdressed, and just be like, costumes aren't what make us powerful or not. We gotta, like, we're so close, and I'm so old now.
I pick up your white bow. I pick up your white bow tie off the floor, and I sort of brush it off. And I just look at you and I say, "I'm so sorry." I put it.
I take it. No, I take it from you, if I can. And I just sit down.
Take it from his dead floppy hand.
You'll get your bow tie when you pry it from my meat pile.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wins this game.
So it's tomorrow night.
Yeah. You guys have you have 24 hours to figure out what you're going to do and how to figure out how to draw the host, right?
Yeah, we still got to get it.
This thing is still somewhere in a host. It's just lost its anchor.
So I step into the middle of the room and I go over to Chet. And I look at Chet. I was like, Chet, I don't really know you. I'm not sure I really like you.
Well, hey, everybody likes the voice of the Red Ravens. How do you not?
Shh. We got a show to do. You got to tell us how to put on a show.
Well, it's actually going to be pretty easy. I mean, we're going to have everybody there. Everybody's going to come out for the game, and we just have to hold their attention. And I think we can find a way to do that.
Think we've done a lot of that lately.
I think if you keep dressing like the sharp dressed clown that you are, I think we won't have a problem at all.
Nice.
I just hang my head and I walk back out of the room.
He's going to be okay, right?
No, Chet.
Probably not.
None of us are going to be okay.
Oh yeah, we are. We're gonna banish the shadows, and then we're gonna be okay.
I kind of grab Chet, put my arm around his shoulder, and sort of walk him away a little bit, because Chuck is feeling like this heavy sort of survivor's guilt start to settle on, because he's watching Regina slowly, basically lose her humanity, watching Jacob fall apart physically, watching Ethan obviously get older and older. It's like, man, they got it worse than we ever will. You just gotta go easy on them.
Yeah, all right. That's fine. It's gonna be a good show, though.
Fucking better be.
All right. So, what's your plan to set up a hunt? You want to do two things, if I'm correct. You want to set up a hunt.
Yep.
And then you want to lure the prey into the baseball diamond of the Red Ravens and create a ritual to defeat it and basically do what the circus is meant to do, provide entertainment.
So,
well, I think Regina's going to have to make another trip to the pound.
Okay, so you're going to make a trip to the pound.
Also known as Tuesday.
Yeah. Crazy dog lady's here. Cut her hair.
She's not going to be signing papers this time around, though.
Okay, so let's do a little side thing real quickly. What are you doing? How many dogs you getting and how you getting them?
That night, she goes there with Sweetie and Killer. They just take wire cutters to the fences, and she takes every dog left in the place, which is about 7, if I remember correctly.
Say it's 7. We'll say it's 8. Yep. You get a bonus one. They picked one up recently.
Oh my God, you get that over anxious, eager black lab.
Yeah, Jack was like,
I love that lab. I was like, black lab is the best.
He's so freaking excited.
are you getting the dogs from your dad's house too, or are you leaving them there?
No, I'm leaving Anna with my dad because he's still important to me.
So is this
Not that
basically
far.
the day before the show, right?
This is the night
This is
before.
the night.
Night before the show.
That night, you have the bank robbery.
I take the
which has been discovered, of course.
Yep.
And you guys are all on camera because none of you said take anything.
Yeah, no, it's the end.
Fuck
We
it.
understand that.
Yeah.
I sort of ignore everybody else. I take the luchadors. I take them all back to the van, and we order some Domino's, and we sit there in the van, and I try to connect with the luchadors and explain to them the role of the clown. We stay up till about 2:00 in the morning, and they keep nodding and not understanding, and we all just fall asleep in the van.
Yeah.
All right. And so this day, the last day ends before the big event. And we have dogs. We've got a very broken magician. We have a very guilty acrobat. In a van sleeps a broken clown with the luchadors. And the voice of the Red Ravens looks forward to what is on the surface an unremarkable day of baseball, but in reality is the most important day of his life coming up. And then you all sleep.